couple flaky skins in your cup or plate or shit.
Wow, that is disgusting.
Yeah, it kind of is. My dermatologist says I should probably stop doing that.
Oh, okay. What else you want to do?
I don't know. I kind of didn't think about it when we, I didn't kind of think about it. Then he just brought you over, put you in a little.
Yeah. I brought tapes.
What are you going to do with VHS tapes?
We can watch them.
On what?
Oh yeah, I didn't really.
Yeah. Nobody really watches VHS.
I got some stories though. We can tell stories.
Okay, like funny stories, like.
Well, I mean, we could probably still tell some scary stories.
Some spooky stories.
Yeah, I got a couple of those. Dude, you ever heard about the lady? She was trying to go somewhere. I can't remember. Oh, I got it. She was driving somewhere in the middle of the night. And she hits this hitchhiker. And, like, she tries to drive away and ignore it, and the hitchhiker's, like, hanging over her car, like, hey, lady.
Wait. Isn't that Creepshow 2? That's, like, literally the movie you have in your hand. Yeah, it's like one of those stories in Creepshow 2. Like, the lady, he's like, thanks for the ride, lady.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean...
Wait. Did you hear about this one story? This guy's flying in an airplane.
Okay.
And he's, like, scared of heights. He's, like, freaking out. And he looks over in the window, the window in the airplane, and he's on the wing. He's right by the wing, and there's like this like crazy gremlin monster.
And he's staring out. Yeah, he's staring the things out. Yeah. With John Lithgow. Yeah, that was the Tales. That's the Twilight Zone movie.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the Twilight Zone movie. I mean, they even that's a remake with William Shatner, and then they did it again with the Jordan Peele Twilight Zone.
Oh. So. I have one more, dude. One more. I swear I thought of this one just like right now.
All
right. So this lady, it's Christmas time. She's sitting with her husband, and she goes, BAM!
Jesus Christ.
She smacks him with the head and kills him, right? And she's getting ready to clean up all the evidence, and then she's sitting there and she's listening to the radio. She's cleaning up the body, and she hears about a crazy Santa Claus on the loose. And it starts, and you see him in the outside, and he's like trying to stalk her and everything. And he gets in the house and he kills her, dude. It's freaking Santa Claus killer.
Yeah, okay, Jesus Christ. That's literally the first story in Tales from the Crypt. Not the series, not the TV show, the movie Tales from the Crypt from the sound.
Oh.
Yeah. Remember when they had like all the people there?
So the only thing I get, that's probably because I've watched a lot of Anthology movies.
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong, those are good.
You like Anthology?
Oh, I love them. There's a lot of big ones, like Creepshow, the Twilight Zone movie, like you were saying.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But there is kind of more, like, obscure ones, like, kind of ones that kind of, like, fell on the radar. And I know during, like, you kind of figure, probably, like, a lot of TV shows kind of, like, were like that with, like, the Twilight Zone, and then, like, the Outer Limits, Night Gallery.
Tales from the Dark Side.
Yep, and then I think,
Monsters.
What was another Thriller with Boris Karloff?
Yep. Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Yeah. I mean, there's like, a ton of those that eventually they're like, let's turn these into movies. So there's so much at once. There's bound to be some,
What's your favorite ones?
But one of my favorite ones, all of them, I do like Creepshow 1, but I kind of like Creepshow 2 more. Yeah, like, I saw Creepshow 2 first, and then I watched the first one. And then I was like, wow, this has so much more stories than just 3. But something about the second one, it's got this likeliness to it.
Yeah, it's kind of campy a little bit.
Yeah.
It's campy, but good.
Yeah, like the first one, I mean, if nobody's seen Creepshow, it is directed by George Romero, and some of the stories are written by Stephen King. And it's pretty much just like this bunch of short stories of just people getting murdered, and it has this comic book look to it. Special effects, Tom Savini.
What's your favorite story out of the Creepshow 2?
My favorite one. Oh man, you notice? I noticed this thing. Not to get off track, but I've noticed this thing with these anthology movies. It's always revenge stories. Yeah. Somebody innocent dies. The bad guy gets away, and then something obscure or something weird comes in, and then like kills them. They get what they get what they had coming.
Yeah.
And that's literally 2 of the 3 stories in Creepshow 2. I would have to say it growing on me, I didn't really like the Hitchhiker one as a kid, but watching it when I got older, it got creepier as I got older.
Yeah, I think the Native American one
Yeah.
is my favorite.
You know, the creepiest part about that, it still gets me, is when he, like, does his howl. Like, how creepy his mouth looks when he's like, Another creepy part is when, like, it shows the silhouette of him.
Oh,
when the garage door closes. Like the music. Yeah.
What's another one you like?
I'm gonna have to say more on the obscure side. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to go with Asylum.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've seen that.
Our grandma's actually the one that introduced me to that movie. I remember.
Donald Pleasance is in that, isn't it?
No, that's actually Tales That Witness a Madman.
Okay, I was close.
I mean, it's easy to get these confused. It's all about, just I think of one short story and I'm like, oh, that was in this movie.
Yeah.
It was basically, the premise of this was, I think, from Boris Karloff's Thriller.
Okay.
It has Peter Cushing, and I think he's just in one of the side movies, but the premise, my favorite thing about it is the premise of how they tell all the stories. So the doctor gets invited to the asylum, and he's told that for him to work there, that one of the doctors used to work there, but now they're a patient, and he has to hear all these patients' story, and if he can guess which patient used to be the doctor, he can work there.
Okay.
So it's a little confusing.
So he goes and sees the patients, and he sees all their backstories and how they became crazy.
Yeah, and now he's got to guess which one used to be the doctor.
So what would be your third one?
My third one, I'm probably gonna have to go with maybe Trilogy of Terror.
Oh, okay.
That's the one with Karen Black.
Yeah.
And there's like 3 stories with her. Because the best part about that story is the tiny little doll at the end. Yeah, like it's just so creepy, and then like it was kind of like pre-Chucky. Yeah,
I think it's funny that she's in all the stories too.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
She was definitely what's her face in American Horror Story.
Oh,
she's in,
yeah.
like, every single series.
Yeah, as a different character. Yeah.
So stupid.
And that's kind of why I like it, too. It's, like, kind of silly. It's got that campiness to it, something you don't take seriously.
My 3 favorite is, of course, Cat's Eyes, The Willies, and the Twilight Zone movie.
Okay.
I found The Willies randomly one time at a Target. I bought it on DVD because I love the cover of it, and I watched it. It's definitely kiddish, but it's also kind of dark kiddish, like mid-teen.
Yeah, it does seem like because you introduced that movie to me, it does really seem like edgy PG-13.
Yeah, like it would have been on Nickelodeon, but like the blood and that stuff would have been cut out.
Yeah, because part of the most gruesome part is when the one kid with the flies wakes up and he doesn't have like hands or whatever.
Right. I mean, the monster in the bathroom was still kind of creepy.
Yeah.
That would have scared me as a kid if I watched that. But other than that, like it's a really kind of boring movie though. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little boring. But yeah, the second one, my favorite, it has to be Cat's Eyes.
Okay.
I remember watching it extremely late at night one time, and James Woods is in it.
Okay.
And there's a part in James Woods, he's trying to quit smoking. And he signs up for this program where people stalk you and make sure you don't smoke.
Okay.
And if you do smoke, bad things happens to you.
Okay.
The first time he did it, they showed him a cat inside this little room, and the floor is electrocuted.
Okay.
And the cat's like jumping around and blah blah blah, and he's like, all right, just so you know, if you smoke again, you won't see a cat in there next time. You'll see your wife in there next time.
Oh, shit.
And then your kids. And then you'll be in there next time.
Oh, man.
So it's just like temptation. And he's like, yeah whatever, blah, blah, blah. And sure enough, they put his wife in there.
And it gets like serious?
Yeah, it's really great.
That makes me kind of want to watch it now.
Yeah. And the cool part, too, is that the cat in it, you actually follow the cat throughout the whole story.
And that changes that's what transitions the stories?
Kind of, yeah. You just follow the cat.
Yeah.
So from next scene, you just follow the cat, and it'll go to the next scene, and then the next scene, and the next scene. And it has a very young Drew Barrymore. She had to have been at least like 5 or 6 in this movie. But my third favorite anthology movie is definitely the Twilight Zone movie.
Oh, yeah.
Growing up watching the Twilight Zone with my grandpa and watching that complete marathon and having all of them.
And that was a great way to show, and I talked about it before with the 80s series. Like, it's crazy that, like, by now we know the Twilight Zone's been, like, on overkill. But at that time, it was still only known as the 1960 series.
Yeah.
And then seeing this premiere movie, I could see some people going, "Well, this is the same. I've already seen these episodes. Why even make a movie?" But it looks like it's so well done, and plus it's put in the color.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd's in it.
Yeah, I mean, like,
a bunch of cast.
Joe Dante, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
You got like all the all the big ones.
There was definitely a tragedy making the movie, though.
Yeah.
With the actor, and they were filming a scene
With the helicopter scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was in Vietnam. He was having a flashback to Vietnam, and a helicopter was supposed to pick them up. Well, the helicopter ended up crashing and killing him and the kid.
Yeah.
I forgot the actor's name.
I mean, that's why a lot of actors try to get into the union for like acting and stuff, for like working long hours.
Yeah, that studio, like the director and I think some of the people on the set almost got charged with murder.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah,
because the unsafe practices, the kids were completely underage and weren't really actually paid actors.
Right,
they were just picked off the streets, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's actually true, but other than that, the movie is great. What is it, 1,000 Feet of Terror or something like that?
Yeah.
Where they're up in the plane. Dude, that gremlin was way scarier than the one in the original Twilight Zone. That dude, the one in the original Twilight Zone series, he looked like a grimace.
It looked like, or Oscar. Yeah.
He looked like a Muppet.
It looked like Oscar from Sesame Street. Where he was just like, it looked like a Pokemon.
Right. Like, that was not scary. Come on. I mean, it's scary what he was doing.
I mean, like, William Shatner was probably like on enough drugs to be like, Jesus.
Yeah. But the part where the little kid, where he's got the superpowers and all of that, and he turns his whole house into a whole cartoon.
And the coloring, I love the coloring effect from the lighting on that is gorgeous.
The little Dan Aykroyd cameo. You want to see something really scary.
and I love the conversation they have, because that's exactly how you have conversations with like people.
Oh yeah, Dan Aykroyd is perfect for improv too.
Yeah. Because that's exactly how you have a conversation when you're talking about this. So, you see the one where they did that, and
Oh yeah, that's about the series.
Yeah. And then what's another thing? Well, the lighting. Not to get off tangent again. We were talking about the lighting and the kid that has the powers or whatever.
Yeah.
That's also why I like Creepshow. Because, I love... the first one, when he's like, I got my cake, and then you just see, like, the crazy lighting behind them, like the comic book look.
Right.
And I think the same happens to Leslie Nielsen when he's just, like, laughing or whatever hysterically.
Yeah.
It's just, like, neat little camera tricks you don't really appreciate, so,
Oh, yeah. Well, can we go watch these, though?
Yeah, I got a VCR, if you want to watch that.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet.
Hopefully I still got some pizza rolls left. I'm hungry, man.
Can I take this blanket?
Yeah, go ahead. If I need it, it's kind of freezing.